Boy.
Should the Redskins draft Tua with the number 2 pick? What should the Redskins do? Zach, this time I want you to take the mic first, man.
Start it out.
All right, so I think I've been, doing a lot of research in the situation, and going back to a couple of years ago, I always was in the belief that if you take a quarterback, as high as you are, like the Redskins did with Dwayne Haskins, then it's kind of foolish to just move on after 1 year. You let him develop. But at the same time, I've kind of changed my mind on this because the more I look at the situation, right, I think a lot of GMs in the NFL right now are kind of afraid to admit that they're wrong. And I don't want to say they're stubborn, but it's true. When you watched Dwayne Haskins last year, I hate to say it, I didn't see a superstar quarterback, a quarterback with superstar potential. And, a lot of people are going to say, oh yeah, well, you draft Haskins, you take Chase Young, you go with Haskins, but you saw it work with the Arizona Cardinals. I'll admit, at the time, I was like, what are they doing? They just drafted Josh Rosen. You have the number 1 pick. Why are you taking another quarterback and moving on? But I feel like if you say that now, most Cardinal fans will love the move. And also, Kyler Murray, as a good example, his first game in the NFL, he threw for 300 yards in just the second half, a couple touchdowns to get that overtime game with Detroit into overtime and eventually tied it. And I just don't think Dwayne Haskins is that guy. And I'm not saying Tua is, but I think Tua has the potential to be that guy. And the bottom line is, if the Redskins if I'm the Redskins, the way I treat it is, if Dwayne Haskins was still in college, right? Who would you rather have, Haskins or Tua? My answer is Tua.
Tua.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
Well, Haskins, you look at Haskins with Ohio State, he didn't play a whole lot as the starter there. So you had that. And then when he gets to the Redskins, the whole year, they're telling him, you're going to sit out the whole year. You're going to learn from the vets. And then they throw him in, I think it was in a game against the Giants, was it? Mid-season.
That was bad. They threw him in a fire.
I think you got to give this guy a fresh start and let him prove what he's got before you just jump the gun. And then, a lot of people have been saying, and a lot of teams are still questioning Tua's injuries, which we obviously talked about. So I don't know if you would take the second pick and go with a quarterback. Something to support your argument. Rivera, he didn't choose Haskins.
That wasn't his guy.
He didn't choose Haskins. So I could see that. He could get a quarterback and build around that. I think that D-line would be incredible with Daron Payne, with Chase Young, and with Montez Sweat.
Ryan Kerrigan.
That would be crazy.
No. Go ahead.
Normally, I like to have an answer. I don't like to play middle sides because I do believe this is a debate show. You choose one side and you argue it. But I'm really, really torn with what I feel about this, to be honest with you. Because I love your points when you brought up the situation with Arizona. They had a quarterback already. They had Josh Rosen. And yet, because they brought in a new coach in Cliff Kingsbury, they said, what quarterback works with you? And who do you want? And we already knew that was a match made on Tinder, okay? Almost. All right, with him and Dad going on Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? That was a match right there. And it worked. So I can see the Redskins, you ask Rivera and say, listen, who do you want as your quarterback? And he'll probably go to him, probably, because that's not his guy anyway. But I do agree with Kenny that Dwayne Haskins wasn't put in the best predicament to succeed. He was thrown in the fire, said he wasn't going to be starting this year, and he was thrown in there. And obviously, he couldn't overcome the dysfunction that was that organization. They were shuffling Case Keenum and Colt McCoy.
Trent Williams holding out.
Right.
Exactly.
The thing is, I think ultimately, if I'm the Redskins, the question they have to answer is, who do you think is better, Haskins or Tua?
Well, maybe. If I'm the Redskins, it's a possibility I may trade down. The Dolphins may give me a couple more picks and move up because I think the Dolphins want Tua.
3 in the first round.
The Dolphins control the draft.
They do.
Exactly. So if I'm the Redskins, right, I may listen to what the Dolphins offer if they do decide to offer because they got the assets in the draft and they want Tua, I believe. So
I mean, a lot of mock drafts have Tua.
Exactly.
The Dolphins.
You don't want the Lions to draft Tua as well. So the Dolphins may very well trade with the Redskins, and we're gonna be on the show, me, Kenny C, and possibly if you definitely have nothing to do that day, and we're gonna be in a big conference room in the draft, and they're gonna hear
big draft episode.
The thing trade down, the Redskins trade down, and the Dolphins trade up. I think this possibly
I've seen scenarios
happen.
of that.
I think it's gonna happen personally. So if I'm the Redskins, if I had the opportunity to trade down, I would trade down, get the assets, build the team around,
is gonna be
and see what I got with Haskins.
This is gonna be one hell of a draft. I'm looking forward to it.